That was the nail in the coffin for the C5.
Go. Timer's going.
We good?
Go for it, I'm recording.
Hi, everyone. Hey, everybody, welcome back. So we're at my house right now, and I'm sitting on my casting couch. But we're gonna talk today about my C5 Corvette. And that's something that I've had a bunch of people comment, ask about, because we've been talking about the C4 plenty, but we haven't talked about the C5 at all. And for those who have been watching like my old channel, the C5 was the last, I don't know if it was the last video that was on the channel or whatever it was, but that was the last build or car to follow on the channel. The last thing I did with my C5, other than making whatever the last C5 video was on the channel, was I sold it. And I don't remember what I sold it for. I know I took a bath on it. I think I sold it for like 13 or 14 grand. But instead of recapping something I've already talked about in a video, and you might be going, well, what video is that? There's a video I made on Savage Garage about maybe a year and a half now, but it was me as well as Hunter, and we were talking about like our worst tickets ever. And this ticket I got, it was a 7-foot ticket. I got it on Thanksgiving Day. And I'm gonna play that video here now for you guys, for those who missed it, because it was a while back, and that was the nail in the coffin for the C5. Like once I got that ticket and I didn't really know what the next thing in my life was going to be, it was at that point I decided I don't need this car anymore, I'm gonna sell it. And then I bought the C4 back. So anyway, with that being said, enjoy the video. Savage! Welcome everybody back to the channel. My name is Jimbo. I have Hunter with me, and we have our two pieces of behind us. And today I wanted to talk about something, with the holidays being around, which, by the way, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Chrysler.
All that fun
Crisis.
stuff.
Yeah,
Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, all that.
Merry Chrysler.
Happy holidays. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Our previous video, if you haven't seen it already, it was a good one to make, I think. Everybody seemed to enjoy it. If you haven't checked it out already, make sure to go check it out. We supercar owners give back to a community. That's not only the title, but that's actually what we did. We donated a lot of toys to kids on Christmas.
From Montgomery County, drove up with these really cool cars to deliver toys to sick children who will spend Christmas in the hospital.
Now today I wanted to tell a story that happened on the last holiday, Thanksgiving. I wanted to tell the story today, and Hunter's got a similar story of being young, dumb, stupid, and driving cars that we shouldn't, or shouldn't have.
Yep.
And this particularly for me is a story of back when I had my C5 Corvette. A little bit of Jimbo history, folklore, mystery, whatever. I dropped off the face of the earth on YouTube anyway for about a year and a half during the time when I was working with Rob, and then I started figuring out what I wanted to do moving forward per se. I wasn't posting on the internet. But at that time, I had convinced myself, and by convinced myself, I really mean the internet convinced me to buy a C5 Corvette.
It's like the car version of WebMD. Never.
Yes.
Never.
Yes, WebMD.
Never self-diagnose.
But anyway, I bought this C5 Corvette, and when I initially got it, like any car when you first buy it, there's the euphoria of new car, ooh, shiny new thing. And I enjoyed it for a little while, and it was probably, I'd say, well, I mean, honestly, I kind of started hating it the minute I blew the diff in it, which is a very, that's a great piece of internet history right there. But that C5 Corvette was very fast. It made like 460, 430 wheel at its heyday, I think. And it was a heads cam car. The cam in it was amazing. I mean, that car made so much noise. Whoa! There was a whole argument with me and Rob when I bought it originally. I was like, you can't store the car here because the car's too loud and you're gonna piss off my neighbors, the neighbors I'm trying to build next to. But the thing was with it, I didn't personally like it. I only really got any thrill out of driving that car if I was driving it way too fast.
We don't endorse driving quick on this channel. You know, there's plenty of clips of us driving fast here and there, you know, when we're in Mexico. But I was driving my C5 fast when I wasn't in Mexico. I was driving it fast down 95. I was driving it fast down the Jersey Turnpike. I was driving it fast on 270. I was driving it fast everywhere because the only time that I felt like I was having any kind of fun in the car was when I was going a lot faster than the posted speed limit. So for this story, let's go back to November 23rd, 2017, AKA Thanksgiving Day. So on Thanksgiving Day of 2017, I was driving home to see families in true YouTuber fashion. I had left way later than I was supposed to. And instead of just leaving on time, I decided I'll make up the time and I'll just drive a little bit faster. At the current rate I was driving, speed-wise, I was going to arrive 25 minutes earlier than I was supposed to. And this was a 3.5-hour drive. So you do the math on that, I was booking. I was going fast. And I had not taken the normal drive home from New Jersey to Maryland because of where this place at dinner was. I ended up on essentially like pretty barren, I forgot what the route number is. Actually, wait, I can check what the route number is because I have the 7-foot-long ticket from the police officer.
Want me to grab the other end of it? So
Yeah, hold that for me.
Yeah,
This
okay.
is taller than me, by the way.
I need to find
Is
a good
this
place to hold it. There we go. Route 78.
Aha, there we go.
Yep, I-78 at mile marker 8.5.
There we go. Okay, well, now that that's been said, Route 78. Route 78, Jimbo was driving on Route 78. And when Jimbo was driving on Route 78, he had one earbud in listening to Limp Bizkit, and the other ear was listening to the obnoxious sound of my car. That car stood out like a sore thumb. Anybody who's driving on the road, if they heard that car go by, you know, I remember too, like it wasn't just I was weaving in and out of traffic, because there's a graceful way to pass people going very fast and a not so graceful way. I was doing the sit right on somebody's bumper and like keep revving forward to like make people move out of the left lane. I was being such a dickhead. Like, so don't do this, okay? Because otherwise you get the naughty list. And you want to talk about something that was very ironic, was I actually did have a radar detector in the car and it was going off. I didn't hear my radar detector going off because I was too busy listening to, you know, Limp Bizkit.
Yeah.
What song was that? I'm trying to remember. If you want to know how reckless Limp Bizkit is, their last Bizkit is spelled B-I-Z-K-I-T. I remember it clear as day, I'm going to be honest with you. I was hauling ass in the left lane. I had just gone around, it was just like a gray Grand Caravan. And all of a sudden, it was a downhill area of the highway. And you come up, and as soon as you come up, there's a break in the median. And by the time I could pull focus with my eyes, per se, up to see in front of me, I see a Ford, it was like the Ford Taurus, like the gray Interceptor.
Yep.
He had his lights on already.
Ooh, the Taurus or the Caprice?
No, it was the Caprice.
Oh,
it was the
6.0 liter
Yes.
V8s. Oh,
Yes.
my Lord.
I saw it, I immediately slammed on the brakes, pulled over. And you know you're screwed when you get pulled over and you have cars like honking past you as you go by. Like that's how you know you're done. Like the cop, like it doesn't matter what you say to that cop. That cop's writing you a fat boy.
Yep.
Like you're done. So this cop came up to me, and before I can get a single word out, this was impressive. I say, "Officer," and he cuts me off and says, "Listen, we have gotten multiple 911 reports about you driving on the highway like crazy. You know, there are families on the road. It's Thanksgiving Day. Stop driving like an asshole. Give me your license and registration." The reason I pulled you over for speeding, you were doing 105 and a 65 on Thanksgiving Day. My car, it was black, had a black spoiler, the windows were tinted black, the taillights were tinted black, the front headlamps were tinted black. You want to know what 2 stickers I had on that car, including on the front windshield?
Can I guess?
Super speeders. Without further ado, I would like to go over the things that he wrote me for. First, he wrote me for the actual speed, which was 105 and a 65. That was a $208 ticket. Then he wrote me for He wrote me for reckless driving, which in the state of PA, like reckless driving is the big ticket you want to get taken off because that'll get you good.
Oh, yeah.
He also wrote me for, oh, this was a good piece. So he was leaving the car. He was leaving and he's like, so where's your seatbelt? And I said, oh, I just took it off to grab my wallet. That's what I remember.
That's gonna be the third right there.
Yeah.
Yep.
He wrote me for the ticket. He wrote me for the seatbelt. That was an $87 ticket. The window tint was too dark in the back. That's a $102 ticket. Keep her going. Oh, here's just for the hell of it. Tail lights were tinted. Didn't like that one. That was a $102 ticket. Careless driving as well, just to throw it on there. That was a $102 ticket because even though he didn't witness it himself, he figured, well, you know, the people calling in must be right. So he wrote me for weaving in and out of traffic. Didn't like that one. As I said, $102 ticket, and that's it. Okay. I remember getting this and just saying to myself, you know, this was the one time I remember looking back and saying to myself, you need to stop driving like this. You're going to kill somebody. I think everybody at one point gets a ticket or something happens to them while driving that triggers kind of that thought process finally of, you know, this just isn't worth it. To add insult to injury, by the time that the traffic stop was over and I actually got back on the road, the amount of time I had been pulled over was exactly the amount of time I had saved. Yeah. So there was zero benefit whatsoever to doing this at all. And I looked like an idiot. I felt like an idiot. My parents never heard about this until like 8 months afterwards. Eventually, like, you know, this, I went to court with this. I found a lawyer who, you know, because I just kept calling different law firms trying to find somebody that knew the cop. Because usually these kinds of things, eventually you find the cop, you know, or like the lawyer that goes to lunch with the cop all the time, or the judge, you know, yada, yada, yada. Yeah. And eventually get it reduced to like a parking ticket or something stupid with a big fine. And I didn't find that. I probably called like 15 different law firms, which was essentially all of them in this particular county, and eventually found one independent guy who knew the judge pretty well. And you know, they got it reduced down to, I still paid like $450 in fines, but I got the reckless dropped. I think I kept the careless. It was $900 in legal fees, which was essentially equates to the ticket. And you know, let's just lay it out.
I was gonna say.
You know, just make it a nice even frame here.
It's gonna be, I think, further apart than we're sitting.
This is a good one. This is one for
It's about it's good 7-8 feet maybe.
This is definitely taller than me. This is 100% taller than me.
So that's it. What I would like to see from you guys is see if we can Google foo or internet foo and figure out what happened to my C5. Because I still have the VIN, and I've looked up the VIN, and I'm gonna put it on screen here, like a screenshot or something. And also put the VIN number in the description so you guys can copy and paste it. But the thing is, I looked up this VIN, and there's virtually nothing that comes up on Google. And then when I put it in VinWiki, there's a couple posts about it, like it's under like a YouTuber car list of all things. And the last update was, I think, about a year and a half ago. So according to VinWiki anyway, like, people still think like I own it. I don't, you know, it's gone. The person I sold it to was up in Connecticut, but you know, that was a long time ago. When I sold it to the guy in Connecticut, I think, it was on Corvette forum. I was trying to remember the forum name, but I remember seeing a listing for my car on Corvette forum, like immediately after I bought the car and him trying to flip it. So let me know what you guys can find. I'd be curious to see, it'd be even crazier if one of you guys own it now. So anyway, with all that being said, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, like the video, all that stuff. We've got more coming up here, but definitely let me know. I mean, if anything comes of it, I'll make a follow-up video to this. But I'd be very curious to see what happened with the C5 and where it is now, and if it's still built the way it is, or maybe it's built even bigger, or maybe it's still, you know, wheel hopping. So with all that being said, thank you guys for watching. I'll talk to you guys soon.